Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. It's coffee time. It's supper time. How y'all doing? It's Friday night. Everything goes on Friday night. I'm going to wipe the screen just a touch here. It looks a little hazy. I should have looked at that before y'all got here. Is that better? No, maybe. I don't know. All right, we are making something that I have made in the past in a different way. Going to add a few more ingredients to it this time. I'm going to call it something different because it's going to be a little different. I love, one of my favorite things is cabbage steaks. And we put all kinds of seasoning on those and make them good. Well, someone had asked me, it's been a month or so, have I ever heard of eggplant parmesan? I said yes, but I don't have any eggplants, and our store hardly ever has them. That's well, have you ever tried cabbage parmesan? Well, of course I was intrigued. Well, hello, Mama.
Well, hello.
You got a y'all's t-shirt on.
Yeah, just look at the back. How pretty.
Oh, have faith and count your blessings.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
from y'all's sweet tea. I think they still have them. If you want to order. They sent Mama that one because she's so sweet. This, I'm opening up a can of marinara sauce. And so anyhow, the cabbage parm was intriguing to me, and I thought, well, I'm going to try that. But look what a big old head of cabbage. This is that cabbage. It's been in a fridge smart. It's still as good as the day that our neighbor gave it to us, Miss Katie. Thank you so much. It smells like garden time. It smells delicious. We're going to cut into him in just a minute. First of all, let's get this little bowl here, and let's make us up a little bit of marinara sauce. This is just traditional pasta sauce in this can by Hunt's. We use our favorite kind of tomato sauce, our favorite kind of any of this is whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
That's delicious, so it's good. I'm putting a little bit of garlic in here. Come right down here to this bowl. So I'm putting a little bit of garlic in here out of this jar, which makes it garlic. I'm putting about a clove. About a clove.
I can smell that garlic.
It's good for you, Mama. And we'll stir him in.
Is he empty?
He is, and I got a no in that, but we don't need it. I have a standby.
A standby.
Standby. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of ranch seasoning in here. This is ranch dressing, aka ranch seasoning. You don't always have to make dressing out of it, folks. It's yours. Make it use it as seasoning. And of course, I'm going to put a little bit of Southern Secret in here. And this has got your onion and your garlic seasoning. And a touch of lemon flavor, too, I think. Put about a half a teaspoon each of those.
And you don't need the garlic, do you?
No, well, I didn't use it. I'm going to put a sprinkle of this parm in here. Don't make fun of my canned parm. Sometimes it's easy.
I don't think we've got any.
Well, we got a little bit to sprinkle on top. I'm just putting a little bit of this in the sauce.
I mean, I don't think we've got a block.
No, we ain't got a block. The only thing that we got a block of is smoked Gouda. Okay, so that's our little sauce. All right, let's set him aside. Bring it over our cutting board. Now that's a huge cabbage, and I'm going to try to cut it so I can waste it very little. So I'm going to cut the top of him off. Let's see why.
If we had white.
Here's why.
Oh, you got it out already.
Yeah, I can take care of that. So I'm going to cut that part right there off, and then I'm going to cut another little part to make it just thick enough, just right. So these are your steaks. Now I'm going to cut both of them down the middle.
No, it's spray.
No, you don't have to spray.
That's,
Ha!
I don't know if that's something on that or if it's
No, that's just a fair spot.
You didn't want it sprayed?
Don't want it sprayed.
Okay.
Going to put quite a bit of EVO oil here on it. Just like that.
That's why you didn't want to spray.
And I'm going to sprinkle it with some Southern Secret. I'm seasoning the bottom because I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Now I'm just going to lay these little steaks out here. These are half steaks because we're just going to eat a little bit of them tonight. Well, good night, John. You let that get plumb away.
You tore it up.
Tore it up. Tore it out the pieces, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Just lay them leaves under that one. It'll be just fine.
Well, yeah. Won't hurt a thing, will it?
No.
Now these will come, these will cook like this. I think we need one more little one right there, Mama.
I think we'll eat it though.
Oh, I think I will. What do you mean you think you won't?
Well, that's quite a bit.
I'm going to err on the side of caution and make extra. This is quite a bit, Mama's right. I mean, that is quite a bit of. When you start eating it, you'll see. Cut all the way through, John. But I need another little piece. Alright. Look how pretty that cabbage is. I'm going to stick him right here. I like to have a full pan. So there's what you have. That's simple enough, ain't it? Now we're going to put a little kosher salt. Let me get the kosher salt.
Is that it over here?
You want to use that? I've got some right here. This is pink Himalayan.
Ah,
Oh, that sounded serious. What'd you do,
it
Mom?
was serious.
What'd you do?
Spilled pepper.
Uh-oh. She spilled pepper. Is that bad luck, Mama? I know salt is.
Well, I hope pepper ain't, cause I spilled a gallon.
Uh-oh. This is pink Himalayan salt, Mr. Shaker. Pink salt. Okay. Now, I brought some canned tomatoes here. I may open them, but I may be able to use the rest that we had here for, this is aroma. And what I'm doing is I'm going to put a little bit of tomatoes on these.
I got that pepper down my throat.
Uh-oh, there'll be some sneezing. I'm putting a little bit of tomato on top of these. Can y'all see? Let me bring it over a little bitty bit right there. All right, so putting the tomato on top. Remember, these are called like eggplant parm, eggplant parmesan. These are cabbage parmesan. And right on top of here. Now, Mama loves some good grilled or cooked tomato like this. That's really the reason I thought about putting this on here. I smell the pepper.
Oh. Ugh.
How'd you do that, Mama?
I dropped the container.
Oh, that thing twisted on you, didn't it?
Yeah, and I dropped it.
I wish we had that on video.
Yeah.
This is some. No, it's peppered up. This is fresh basil.
I'm going to wash off.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop him up a little bit here. This is from fresh basil leaf, brought straight in off the plant. You see me watering all the time. Don't want to overdo basil. Basil's it's a powerful little thing. Plus, we've got dried basil in our sauce, I'm sure. This is just a touch of fresh. And you'll be able to taste this now. You think, that ain't much. It ain't much. It don't have to be much. It will taste good. So there we have our steaks, our tomatoes, and a little fresh basil. If you don't have fresh basil, use dried. It'll be great. Now, on top of that, I'm putting a little Southern Secret. Just like that. Even though it's in the sauce, it's on here. Then, I'm going to add, this is easy, folks. Going to add a little bit of this sauce we made up. And I'm just going to dab. Oh, you know that's a good measurement. I bet you everybody out there knows what a dab is.
Mm-hmm.
You just take your whole container and you dab it.
Don't spill no more pepper.
Did you throw it over your left shoulder, your right shoulder? What do you do with pepper? Now, if you spill salt, you throw it over your right shoulder. We know that, don't we?
I don't know. I just try to clean up my mess.
Mom says it don't matter. I just throw it in the garbage because
I just clean it up and go on my business, because that's the way life is.
So that's the marinara. Just there's no meat. It's just the marinara.
So
Now, no, well, in just a second.
I didn't know if it touched you.
No, Mom, that's you that breaks your sleeves. This is, you can use whatever cheese you have. This is some Italian. If I had mozzarella, we need to add that to our list. I would definitely go with some mozzarella.
They didn't have any the last time I looked when I was getting cheese.
This is Italian, but it's going to be delicious. Now, Mama, you ain't complaining at the time about this. Are you thinking, ooh, that ain't going to be no count? That's a hot mess. What are you thinking?
I think about it like this.
You think it's a hot mess?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, Mama. Now, you love cabbage steaks.
Yeah.
This is just white cheese. Pile it on there, folks. Pile it on.
That's pretty nice.
Pile it on there.
That pepper's gonna be
The sneeze of you.
the best of me.
Is it going to sneeze you out? Now I'm going to put a little bit of EVOO on top. Extra virgin olive oil is what this is in this carafe. This is for flavor. Flavor. Mama, I hate to even say it.
What?
I hate to even bring it up. Seeing how you've had your recent misfortunate.
Oh, pepper.
But it's going to get a little black pepper on it too. For flavor. Then, what little bit of Parmesan's in here, I'm shaking it abundantly on these. That's what makes it cabbage parm.
I don't think it got much. That's nice.
Mama, I hope this is on the list.
Well, we'll put it on the list.
With the black pepper that you spilled, we'll need to put a lot of things on that list. All right, folks, there it is. There you have it.
Now just set it in the oven.
Yeah, let's show it.
Oh, show it first.
Jackrabbit, slow down. So there it is before it goes in the oven. And I'm going to show it to you when it comes out, if you all want to wait on it. Now, sometimes these live videos, and that's without the ability to pause, that's just where we are. So if you decide to stick around for about 20 minutes or until brown and bubbly, is what I'm going to tell you. So cabbage steaks are very good. They are piggy. I love cabbage steaks.
31 minutes. Put it on 20.
Put it on 20, and that way we'll know. Cabbage steaks are wonderful. Love me some cabbage, Pam. I do too. In fact, I'm gonna eat some of this raw. The garlic was in the marinara. I didn't taste the marinara.
Oh, you take the pepper off and I'll move this out of the way, sir.
Yeah, we ain't trusting you no more pepper. I didn't taste this marinara, but I will. Oh. All those flavors. That is good marinara. Let's have a little sip of coffee. Let's sit here. Talk about your day. What are you going to do this weekend? You got big plans or you got no plans? Sometimes my favorite plans are no plans. I love to have no plans and just take it as it comes. I find that to be rewarding sometimes. Other times, my personality is, let's plan this out. Let's get a plan and let's know what we're doing so we can divide and conquer and get all this done. I know. Oh no. It's both sides of the coin I'm on. Okay, I want to talk to you about this right here for a minute. Mama, you got a mason jar.
Mason jar.
If you people who don't use these, you may not know about this. But did you know that these lids will fit a mason jar?
Here's a pint
Or a
that's
pint
had
jar.
jelly
This
in
has
it.
had some jelly in it. Blackberry. But anyhow, the point is this will fit right on top of here.
Now that's a...
It makes a wonderful shaker for anything you want to put in it. So don't throw these away. Even if you don't have a need for it at the very moment, it's a pour and a shaker. You can put 7 dust in this and do your garden. You can put more grated, you can do your own grated cheese and put in here. You can put any kind of herbs in here and shake it. You can put anything you want to in there. And that will fit on any Mason regular size jar. I don't have that many plants. Plans for you don't have that many plans. That's a good thing. Don't have that many. Tonight, going to Texas Roadhouse. Oh, don't tell Mama.
Lord, I want to go with them.
Can she go with you? If I had said, Mama, let's go to Texas Roadhouse tonight, she said, let's not go tonight. Let's go some other time. Mama only really goes out when we're already out, and she'll say, well, since we're already out, kind of like riding around anymore. If she ain't already out, I'll say, you want to go for a ride? Nose around, see if the neighbors have done anything up the road. She'll say, let's not get out.
Let's just see.
But if we're already going to church or out and about, or she has an event, well, she's out to do all kinds of stuff. Do y'all like to peel labels off? I don't know what it is about me.
I don't. That's the reason it wasn't cleaned off from it.
I love to peel labels off. I love to peel boiled eggs. Even if they're them little aggravating ones. I don't know. It kind of relaxes me. And I like the sense of accomplishment of getting all that label off.
I ain't done
Do
it.
y'all hear Mama those gasps?
I've
Like
made
when she
mess
done the
after
pepper.
mess.
I tell it, and she does that when I'm driving. She'll drop a piece of chewing gum in the floorboard, and she'll gasp like she's cut her arm off. And I'm like, Mama, are you all right? I dropped my gum in the floorboard. I'm like, well, Lord, I'm glad we just almost had a wreck because you went into hyper panic mode. She spilled a little bit of marinara sauce there, and so that got that.
I don't like making messes.
When she spilled the pepper, I thought, did she cut her arm off over there? Am I going to have to end this live video? I have spilled the pepper. It hadn't been long ago that we did, well, I don't think we almost wrecked. I might be over-dramatizing that.
And you might be. That's the truth.
But I didn't know what was going on. Going to church. I said, Mom, are you all right? What's wrong? I dropped my chewing gum in the floorboard.
Oh.
Mama, don't. Look at this face. Don't that look like guilt? Mama, do you do that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't act that way.
How many times I said, Mama, don't be hollering when I'm trying to drive? I think there's a tandem truck about to take us out. Do you?
No.
Tell your friends the
I
truth.
won't do that. I don't do stuff like that. I don't give that little innocent look.
Mama, you've got me tore up with this jar now, trying to get this label off. It needs to be wet a little bit. It'll come right off.
You can work on it tomorrow or tonight after you get through.
I got this off. So now it just needs to be dampened. I always throw mine away, but head up, I'll save them. Thanks. Oh, Linda, the lids, yeah, these are handy for a lot of things. And you may buy a jar of this and drop it and need a lid. I'm not saying get into a hoarder fashion. I'm not saying you need 25 of them. And but I mean, most people don't use that many of these. So as you do use them, and sometimes they come in different colors, so you could have some red ones, some green ones, and you might need it for another spice or for cheese or for salt, or put your pepper in it so you won't be spilling it all over the place and wasting your pepper.
I'm not going to get to live that down
Well,
now.
Mama, it's like the carrots. Or you could save this jar, I guess, and do something with it. But it's Parmesan cheese jar. But this will fit on any mason jar.
Now,
Those
some
are
of
new.
those jelly jars and stuff are not true.
Well, I mean, if it's a mason jar or a cannon
Cannon
jar,
jar,
or a quart or a
okay.
pint.
But some of them, the lids are a little off.
Hey, Veronica, thank you for watching. Sorry for asking, do you ever stand? Well, Sharon, Eugene, I stand all the time. You must be new here. A lot of people worried about that, Sharon. You're not the only one. People say, John, is there something wrong? You can't stand. John, how come? Folks, I'm going to explain it to you because we got some new folks. I'm 6'3" almost. Mama's 5'2".
1.5 now, I guess. I'm 2.
So when we're trying to video or when I'm trying to do food, now when you all aren't here, I'm buzzing around with Mama, but we don't work in the kitchen much together. Normally I cook or she cooks, and she might make a dish, I might make 2 or 3, or vice versa, or sometimes she just has it fixed when I come home. Because Mama don't end up in her kitchen. Mama is...
There's not room for everybody in here.
She used to work in an industrial kitchen. There wasn't room for enough people in there. But, back to the original story. When we're trying to cook and film, we have one little phone. That's all I use is my phone. We don't have any overhead cameras. We don't have nothing. We don't edit the first thing. It's live. You see it. When we mess up together. Okay? So when I'm cooking and I'm trying to show you all the food right here, I just tilt you down that way I can still see you and do the food. If I had different cameras and different things, we could set up a lot different. But then look here, when I stand up, this is what we would be dealing with. No food, Mama down here, me up here. See here? So if I tilt you up to see me, down here's Mama. So does this help y'all to understand? So this is how it would be here in real life. It would not be the best of videos. So we have tried in the beginning, we did different things. I build up. We've done everything but put Mama on a stepladder. You know, but you can't see the food. Now, I don't know how the videographer would do it, but can you see this plate? I'd have to have the food up here trying to cut. Now, if I come down here, I could do an overhead and do that. But we have found, for our filming purposes, it's best if I stay around 5'2". Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Now we're about right. And when we're down here cooking, or Mama's over there, see, I can tilt, you can see her work. And when I'm cooking, a lot of times I'll tell y'all, let's head down here to the cutting board, or let's come down here and see what I'm doing. I have to tilt the camera. Does that help y'all to know? The Lord has blessed me to be able to walk, to do all those things, and I'm so thankful. But when you're videoing, it's a different thing. Now here's what happens. A lot of y'all will say, John, why didn't you get up and get your own spoon? John, why didn't you go over and get that? Not Mama. Well, first of all, Mama likes to get and grab. She always has. Second of all, if I leave here and go over there and get a spoon, it leaves nothing here. And I get 10,001 comments. You need to stay in front of the camera more. You left the camera too much. There wasn't enough action. So you're dealing with a lot of variables. So if you've never filmed yourself cooking in your kitchen, bless you, Mama, try it. You'll see it's a little different than you think. Bless you, Mama.
Pepper.
So there are variables involved. You can talk to anyone who does these kind of shows. Finding the exact way to film is sometimes the biggest thing. And I have a little tripod here, and I raise y'all up when we do our end, when we're eating. That way you can kind of see. But when you're up there now, I can't see the comments. They're little. It's like trying to read a newspaper.
I'm going to show you these
In
and
the
see
other
if
room.
it's what you're wanting them to look like.
Now look here, folks.
Is that what you want?
See how that's coming out there brown and pretty? That is looking gorgeous to me. I'm good with them the way they are.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
No. It's good and brown. It's good and hot. If you want to broil your cabbage separate for a little while and brown it, you can do that. This is perfect. So did that help anybody out? A lot of people have those questions. A lot of people ask those questions. Most of the time I ignore them because I've answered them over and over, but I think, well, we'll go ahead and explain it again. Maybe some new people can find out. I just made a pan of dressing. Oh, yes. Now this is what we're talking about. Come down here. A pan of dressing and got it in the oven. Randy, now that's what I'm talking about. We've had our fireworks. We've had 4th of July. We've had our hamburgers, our hot dogs, our chili. It's time for cornbread dressing and turkey. I'm ready for October, November, December. I'm ready for the cool weather. How about y'all? No, you're not. I know, because most normal people love summer and they love outdoor activities, but when you can't get in the sun anyway, you don't want the sun because it's hot. And I'm hot natured anyway. You know, I'm one of those that sleeps with a ceiling fan, 24/7. I'm sitting here right now with a fan going on low. I just like the air to move. I'm the one that has the air conditioning on in the car. If I have the heater on in my car, it's because the windows are doing frosty things. So, here's to fall, which will be here in a minute.
78 days, he said.
78
yesterday days. Or today or sometimes to fall.
78 days. Coffee tastes good in the fall. Well, coffee tastes good in the summer. It don't matter. But I love fire pits and sweater weather and pumpkins. And I'm not a pumpkin flavor person. I'm not one of those that just throw pumpkin flavor in everything I do. I'll have maybe one pumpkin flavored coffee creamer. Maybe. Didn't have any last year. If I stop at a gas station and they have pumpkin flavored coffee creamer around the fall, I'll grab one of them.
Getting tea, and this is decaffeinated. Did you want tea or do you want to drink coffee?
I'll take it, Mama. Give me some decaf tea.
I wasn't going to eat the peach because I never slept with it. Just, what is it, caffeine in it?
We got orange flavoring and peach flavoring over there if you want to use some. Hand me that orange. I'll try some orange tea tonight.
Good.
Since I'm using decaf and we can't use our delicious peach. Do I get this new one? This is a new.
This is one we've had a little while.
That tea's delicious. This is sweet, Mama.
Yeah.
So y'all's have
got crooked.
Oh, that came that way. Look at that lid. It came that way. I thought it still has liquid. I ordered these. They use them in restaurants. This is you say it. I don't want to. Torani. Orange flavor. I love orange tea. So since y'all's come up with peach, I've been thinking flavored teas are so good. I'm surprised that didn't bust, but it's still holding liquid. So just a little bit of this, and I try to measure with a cap full. I don't know why. I guess because that's the way you do
Flavoring.
vanilla flavoring. It came with a pump, but I don't use it enough to use a pump.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you this great old big in here
because the pump's always open. So I use it as use it, and you can tell I've not used much of this.
Ooh.
But if you want flavor in teas and stuff, I don't know what else you could use that in. But it's for drink flavoring. You can put a little bit of it in your water. That's one thing I thought I might use it for, is for water. Let's try it. Not bad. It's like a fresh squeezed orange in there. I can still taste the delicious tea, but I got that little squirt of orange going. Mama, that's about little.
I got one of the little ones. Gave you the big ones. I think I need
Let me get you one out here.
I'll get this steak knife thing. Do you want one, or you're just gonna?
I think I can make it. Maybe not, though. We'll see. If it is, I'll use yours. Okay, let's go over our recipe before we eat, because I didn't do that yet. See how far away y'all are? That's so you can see down here, and her and me. Little behind the scenes action tonight. So I don't have any measurements for these because this is yours. You could do 25 of these or one of these. So you cover it with oil, your pan with oil, put your cabbage steak on the pan. This is the point at which you could go ahead and pre-cook your cabbage steak if you want it browned, but I didn't, and I probably wouldn't. But I couldn't with y'all because at the time I browned it and then brought it out and cooked it, would be 40 minutes. And I put a little kosher salt. I use pink Himalayan salt. Then I put garlic and marinara sauce together and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And then I put my ranch and my y'all's Southern Secret and put it in the marinara sauce and stirred it up so it all be blended. And then I just added tomatoes and fresh basil, added white cheese, and then Parmesan. Topped it with Parmesan cheese. Now, if I'd had more Parmesan, I would have probably covered it. But I used every drop I had. You bake that on 350 to 375 for about 20 minutes.
I want you to show my gifts while you're out there.
Mama got some gifts, and she wants to show you these cute little things.
I love them.
Daddy used to have some of these in the full-size thing. We're going to show you here in just a second. It says, "Dear Mama and John, I would like for you to have these 2 Coke trays. I didn't know if you have any or not, but I have had these a long time. I hope y'all enjoy them. I really enjoy watching you both every day. John, you are so good to your mother. My mother's good to me too, Barbara. You all have a good time cooking together, and that is so comforting." Well, thank you, Miss Barbara Justice. So Barbara Justice sent these beautiful little trays.
A red and a blue.
Look at that, how pretty. So that's the blue one, and that's the red one.
Ain't they so pretty? They go on my tree.
So we'll just tuck these in the tree. We'll just tuck them in the branches, and they'll hold, and those will be beautiful. So you'll see these again, and you'll know that Miss Barbara Justice sent them. Barbara, thank you so much. We're so appreciative.
I love them. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I heard Mama then when she opened it. I heard a "ah."
And I didn't spill nothing.
You shouldn't spill anything, Barbara, so that was good. Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the nourishment of our bodies, dear Lord. We just thank you for your many, many blessings, dear Lord. We thank you for your love and your grace. And dear Lord, we just ask you to be with each every prayer request that's out there. All the hurt and all the need, dear Lord, that you'll just answer each and every one of them in your time and your will and your glory. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, Mama, it's time to dine. Time to dine. So that cabbage is good and tender. Now, if your cabbage, this is fresh garden cabbage, so.
It's got a great taste, right?
See how beautiful. Look at that. I'm ready. I've had cabbage steaks many ways. I never had it with marinara on it.
They're good, though.
These are delicious. These could be, I don't know if we made them that way, but you could make them keto friendly. But these taste wonderful. I've had eggplant parmesan, and I'm going to tell you, I prefer cabbage parmesan. This is delicious. What do you think, Mama?
They're very good. Takes the place of spaghetti, and it don't have all the
No carbs.
starches in it.
My Mama said you could substitute. Now I'm going out on a limb here, but you could almost substitute this for pizza. I know. Don't send the hate mail. Pizza is a class of its own. There's nothing like Friday night pizza. But if you're that person, your whole family's eating pizza tonight, and you're thinking, I'm cutting back, I'm not eating carbs, I want some pizza, but I'm not going to eat it. You could easily substitute a cabbage Parmesan with some pizza. You could even put pepperonis on it with your marinara. I would eat this in place of pizza or spaghetti, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You like this better than eggplant Parmesan?
Oh, yeah. I ain't too wild about eggplant.
Mom's not too wild about the third eggplant. Can y'all come down a little bit and see what we've had? How long did you bake them? It's 20 minutes, wasn't it?
Not hardly 20, because they
You could bake them 20. You could go a little brown. You can see here, I'll do a fly over. You can see they could have been a little browner. It's what, 18 minutes or so you had? Mm-hmm. We baked these for about 18. You could have gone another 2 minutes easy. We can go over 20, 25.
Makes a difference in it. Easy bake because you're closer to the burner too.
That's right. And when we give you minutes, most of the time, 99 times out of 100, ours is going to be an easy bake. It's a little toaster oven. Ours is a KitchenAid toaster oven. We've just about turned in the big oven. We just about don't use it. I came through not long ago and Mom was using it. So what was easy bake for?
I baked a cake or something, a big one. I had to use it. I don't use it very often, especially in the summer.
Every once in a while we fire it up, but not
now in the winter, I appreciate it.
Mama uses it in the winter for heat. If you're Southern, you know what I'm talking about. She bakes her some biscuits, cornbread, cake, whatever it is, in the big oven. Then she leaves the door open and stands in front of it.
Feels good.
I'll tell you another thing. Mama won't probably agree with this. She'll probably... But when we was using the big oven all the time, Mama kept something baked here at all times, because anytime she used the oven, she said, well, the oven's on, I might as well bake a cake. Oven's on, I might as well do a pan of brownies. Oven's on, I might as well do some cookies.
That's true.
I'd come home and like 3 days in a row, there'd be cookies and brownies, and I said, Mama, why did you bake more stuff? Well, the oven was on, I figured I might as well stir up some brownies.
I've been wanting some brownies. I'll have to fix me some.
But with the easy bake, it's not like heating up the whole house. You've not done that big expense. Ovens take a lot of energy. If you want to see something twirl, turn your oven on, go out and look at your meter. You know, some of y'all worry about your lights. Turn them lights out. You left out there and left the lights on. You could leave every light in your house on for the whole month. 24/7, and it wouldn't take as much power as 1 pound of cornbread in the oven. So, especially if it's a fluorescent light in the garage or something, you could leave your fluorescent lights on probably all year for about 1 oven trick.
I'll have to see that in writing.
You will on your bill. The orange tea's good. You want the orange in yours?
I'm just going to enjoy my tea like you do.
There was no judgment in that tone. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy my tea. I'm enjoying mine both ways. I can taste that tea, but it's got a hint of orange.
It's good.
That's why I have gas. Lisa, that is good. We have gas in the garage. Is your countertop oven an air? Yeah. It's a KitchenAid. It's an air fryer, broiler, dehydrator, toaster. It makes wonderful toast. Yeah, it's got a lot of features on it actually. What we've done, and I'll tell you, we have a big kitchen. When you look at it, it goes over here, it goes over there, and we got the kitchen table, you've seen it all. But we really don't have much counter space except for this island. You got a little bit over there, and a little in the corner right there. Over here is a little space. So Mama had said, I would like to try one of them air fryers I'm seeing so much about. And I said, well, we'll research it out and see what it is. I said, you know, we have a Instapot that's not even called Instapot. It was before Instapot was cool. We've never taken it out of the box because Mama says the pressure cooker and she didn't want it, but I bought it 4 years ago. Anyhow, that's a long story for another day of stuff I bought Mama she won't use because she's picky. Anyhow, I said, I'll research them out and see which one the best one is. So I got to researching them, and this KitchenAid come up, and it was really, you know, it was ranked pretty good. And I thought, we've got a KitchenAid toaster oven, but it don't have air fryer.
I didn't have a lot of those features, this one.
Didn't have a lot of those features. So I said, we could take our oven, which we'd had it 5 or 6 years, and so we can take it and put it in the garage, in the Cannon kitchen, out there. So if you're out there and need to do it, we can use it out there, because we use it for gathering family gatherings and stuff like that out there too. And I said, we'll just buy this new one, it'll be the same counter space it took up, and you'll have an air fryer. So that's how come we ended up, we had another KitchenAid. So that's the reason we upgraded to this with air fryer. And we like the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good investment. But we like the KitchenAid too, just because it's a good countertop oven. Kathleen, I agree with you. Kathleen said, who cares? Life is short. Turn that oven on. We don't use that one because, you know, it's not like...
I don't even think of electric bill.
We don't think of the electric bill when we're cooking. We're just blessed to have food. But that one heats up so much quicker, and you can cook so fast in it. And I've never been crazy about this stove that we have. Mama, I think, you like that stove?
No, I like the old one better than I did this.
It's one of those glass top stoves. And it's either on high or die. It's just, it's got lower temperatures, but it comes on and off. On and off. And you'll be cooking, it'll be frying good. And then it goes down. Then it comes back up. So you have to turn on high and it don't regulate then, it just stays on. I probably wouldn't want another one of them. Lord, I hope that would last for a good long time. But if I were going to replace it, I'd replace it with gas. Mama don't know about gas all the time. I said we need to go in the garage and use that one more and see how she gets to liking it. But, you know, most of your chefs, which we're not chefs, but most professional cooks like gas because you can control the heat right down to just a flickering flame. And I think I would like that part of it. What do you all think? You like gas?
Most people do like gas.
What's the pros and the cons? Gloria?
What's Miss Prince prancing for?
Someone's had a daughter pass away. We're so sorry. We'll be keeping you in our prayers.
Oh, bless their hearts.
Is it Lisa? Oh, that's so sad.
Bless your heart.
We had a friend to lose a grown child today. Real close friend of ours. Just keep them in their prayers too. Beverly says gas 100%. There's no wiggle room in your decision, Beverly.
Wiggle room.
Well, she said 100%. Yeah, she's full on gas.
Boy.
I like gas. In the restaurants I've worked in, we use gas. I like the stove we have out in the garage. So he wears them because he's allergic to this.
Your long sleeve.
Oh, long sleeves in the summer. Charles, is that what they're asking? I wouldn't trade my gas stove ever. I love it, Paula. See, there's two. I prefer gas to electric. Thank you, CM. What are you eating? We had cabbage parmesan. Yeah, I wear long sleeves year round. For one thing, I've always worked somewhere that required it. Any job I've ever had required a dress shirt or a sports shirt, something that was buttons and long sleeve. But the other reason is y'all see how I break out on my hands. So that's healed. That is healed up a lot. But when the sun hits me, I take medicine, but I think I also have a allergic, because even when I was a kid, I'd get sick in the sun. And I wouldn't tan, I wouldn't do any of that stuff that people do. I just got sick and red as a beet.
And it itched to death.
And in a couple of days, it would go away. And it never did tan or anything, did it, Mama?
No.
Now, Mama's family, because they have quite a bit of Cherokee in their bloodline, they tan. Mama can tan in a car.
No, I'm the one that don't tan good. My sister's all tan.
Mama, look at that. You have
I
not,
ain't even been out much.
she's not been out. She's not been in tan bed or nothing. You can see a difference.
But I'm not tan.
They all tan very quickly. Not me.
I don't tan like they do.
Are you putting the cabbage recipe up? Patty, Noah might put the cabbage recipe up. I can tell you what we did. So I just cut cabbage steaks and I cut them in half. And cabbage steaks just when you cut a straight down piece of your cabbage, a thick slice. And then I cut them in half and I just arranged them in this pan. And
spatula.
There they are. And on top of the cabbage steaks, on the bottom of the pan, I put just drizzle quite a bit of olive oil, and I put a little sprinkle of the Southern Secret. And then I put my cabbage on there, kind of meshed it around a little bit to get it on the cabbage. And then I put my cabbage, and I put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt.
And tomatoes.
I keep a little bit of this pink Himalayan salt. And I put a chopped up of tomato that we'd bought at the store. We'd had 3 tomatoes and they were so good. But anyhow, I chopped them up and I put them on the cabbage and I put some fresh basil. And then I took marinara sauce, and we just used the Hunt's this time. But use whatever you have. And I put a little bit of garlic in it. You can use garlic powder. I use minced. And I put a little bit of y'all's Southern Secret, a little bit of ranch seasoning from y'all's. And salt and pepper. I think I put salt. Did I put salt and pepper in it?
I don't think you put it on top after.
I think I put a little pink Himalayan salt in it. And I stirred it up good, and then I put that on top of the tomatoes and on top of the basil, and then I put on white cheese. I would have used mozzarella if I'd had it, but I didn't. I had Italian. And then I covered it in what parm I had left. I would have used more, but I hadn't have it. And then I sprinkled the top up with Southern Secret and baked it for 20 minutes.
And put olive oil.
Put olive oil on top and baked it for 20 minutes. You can go back and watch the replay, but it's very simple, but that's just what I used. You can use pepperonis on it. We didn't use any meat on it tonight, but you could use pepperonis on it. You could use, if you want to use sausage, like a pizza, you could. But this is kind of like eggplant parmesan with the tomato sauce.
Peppers on it. I just can't eat the peppers.
You could put those sweet peppers. That would be good.
Oh, I found 2 little bitty banana peppers starting to come on. If they'll come on all right, like the other one we had in the stir
like we had in the stir fry.
It was good.
Have you checked my jalapeno peppers?
No, I've not. I didn't go.
I checked them 2 days ago and they went doing nothing. They're growing. They're growing. But I'm talking about peppers. But that was it. This is a quick and easy. Mama said she'd replace spaghetti with it. And I said we could even use it for a pizza substitute. But it's better than eggplant parmesan, I do believe.
I'd eat it better because I don't care for eggplant.
We like cabbage steaks. We've used them different ways, and I've shown y'all different varieties of ways of doing it. And we really like them, don't we? Mm-hmm. All right, folks. So most everyone is saying gas. They want gas for cooking. I love my gas stove. I'll be reading the rest of your comments, so keep making them. Keep giving me. If you got any cons, pros and cons, someone tell me it yellowed stuff. Does it yellow your paint on your walls?
Curtains.
Curtains? We can got a lot of curtains. We're not big on curtains. We're not big on fabrics except for the sofa and the cushions. We have blinds throughout the house mostly. They're in the bedrooms. We have curtains. I really don't like my glass top stove, but it came with the house. Debbie, I'm with you. I mean, they're easier to clean than the coiled stoves, the old ones. But they're hard to keep clean. You have to work at it. You have to mix up a little Dawn and vinegar and baking soda every once in a while. Go over them.
I don't like the new stuff. I don't like my new washer. I had to buy a washer.
Don't like it.
I don't like it.
The stove, the oven is okay, I reckon. We don't have any problem with the oven. What's she doing?
I think she growled at me. She wants to eat.
But the stove, the burners, there's one on there that's called a turbo or something, and it glows different. And there's burners inside of burners. So you have a single.
Dual. There's a little one and a big one, and the big ones.
You have a single, and then you have the big one, which both of them burns on it. But they come on and go off. Come on and go off. And like if you're frying an egg, if you don't put it on high, you may be 20 minutes to get an egg done.
Oh, not that long. You're exaggerating, not 20 minutes. You're just impatient at times.
An egg shouldn't be the biggest part of your morning. You know, I like to fry an egg in 5 minutes. Get it, turn it, flip it, go, eat it on the run. If you're doing gravies or you're doing anything, it seems to do that on and off thing, on and off.
If you're rushing, it really aggravates you is what it is. If you got your time and ain't rushing around to do something else, you don't pay as much attention to it.
I pay attention. I've never got enough time extra that I think I like to stand at this stove a good while longer.
It won't hurt you.
We're blessed to have it, and I hope it lasts.
I do too.
But I'm just saying.
You should quit complaining.
I'm not really complaining. Am I complaining? I'm discussing the features of our stove, the pros and the cons. I said the oven was nice. It's got a convection oven in it. I like that part. The clock's not impossible to set. I like that part. It's got the tiles.
We called it new, but we've had it a long time.
It's not new. It's 12 years old. We don't replace stuff until it goes.
So we have to.
Like a microwave, when it got a hole in it, I replaced it.
Now the Easy Bake we replaced because we wanted.
But we had plans to use it, but we ended up gifting it to somebody who needed it, and that worked out even better.
Oh,
so
yeah.
anytime we can do that, that's a good thing. But anyhow, the stove, we're blessed to have it, and I like it. I don't dislike it. It's just, if I ever replace it, I'm looking for a different kind, I think.
I thought I was getting a plain old simple washing machine too, but it's not.
I did get a plain old simple washing machine.
But it's not. Like my
I called and I said, our washing machine that we've had for 18, 19 years just went out. I need something to replace it with. It has to have a dasher. A big one, not a little button in the bottom. Just knobs, no bells, no whistles, no digitals. It has to be the plainest thing you've seen in years. Like to have the kind you push in, turn, pull it out, and water flows. It has to have water that will fill up in the tub and not just spit at your clothes. And he said, I know what you want. We have a lot of requests for that kind of model. And he said, here it is. He told me the name, the model, the price, and we got it. He said, this is as close to the good old-fashioned that you can get. But it's got a setting on it. I was washing clothes last week, and it went and went and went and went.
Goes into a soak section.
It soaked, it
I don't like
drained, it rinsed, it rinsed again. It's so, dude, what did I do? I've touched the wrong thing. Mama said, I ain't never seen anything like that.
I ain't never had done that before on
So she went in there and started it over with what she normally does, and we finally got those clothes washed after 2 hours. So it's not exactly like the old one.
No, it's sure not.
But we're blessed to have it.
Yeah. Quit complaining, girl. Quit complaining.
And we're just tickled to death, ain't we, Mama?
Yeah. I could be using a wash tub and a scrub board. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for everything I've got.
I am too, and I'm not really complaining. I'm just discussing the options and trying to learn.
It's hard for an old dog to learn new tricks on them old fancy washing machines.
All right, Mama, let's say goodnight before we embarrass ourselves in front of our friends.
Yeah.
Folks, y'all have a wonderful
I already
weekend.
have spilling pepper everywhere. It's my cheeks still red from
I wish
it.
we could have seen it.
You'd have filmed it if you could have.
Oh, yeah. We're going to say goodnight, and y'all have a wonderful weekend. Have a blessed night. The sun's shining here. Do we have rain? We had rain earlier, didn't we? A little drop.
Few, I think a little bit early this morning, but none today.
Oh, early this morning. Anyway, we're just so thankful, and we are going to make the best of the weekend, and you all make the best of it too.
Just
All right,
enjoy life.
You got anything you want to add tonight, ma'am?
No. The steaks was good though. I like those.
The cabbage parmesan. Made kind of like cabbage steaks. Somebody asked me the other night why do I keep pushing my glasses up.
They fall down.
Because they fall down. I know. Somebody sent me some little things to put on them one time that I couldn't wear them. They hurt my ear. I think it's just when you talk a lot and because they don't do it all the time. If I'm not just constantly talking, they don't. But they do fall down a little bit. I get asked all kinds of stuff. Like, why don't you stand up, John?
Push on mine, my fits.
Why don't you stand up when you video, John? Now y'all know. You've seen the results. So I'm sure nobody will be asking that same old question again till tomorrow.
And my stool's a lot higher than yours is the reason. I can sit up here as high as it is.
It takes a lot of preparation to get us both in this little square here. All right, Mama, you got anything else you want to add?
No.
I don't know what we're getting into tomorrow. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to wait and play it by ear. This is my play it by ear weekend. I have no plans except church. So whatever we get into, if we get anything fun, we'll bring you along with us. If we get into some food, we'll bring you along with us. But we'll do something tomorrow, Lord willing. We'll see y'all. So y'all come back and see
It
us.
may just be like a summer vacation day. We might just do nothing tomorrow. How does that sound? You don't believe it, do you?
That's my love language, Mama. Do nothing. Who are you and what have you done with my mama?
No.
She's always got some kind of project going, and I'm usually a part of it. All right, folks, we're going to say goodnight, and Mama say goodnight.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Y'all have a blessed night. Bye-bye.